After 2 years, Fields of Mistria is no longer in early access. No, Fields of Mistria is all grown up. I do think it goes without saying, this entire video will just be a giant spoiler for the endgame 1.0 content, so watch at your own risk. I'm really going to try my best to play through most of, if not all, of the new content, so you have been warned. And let's be real right now, I can't wait any longer. Let's boot up Fields of Mistria and merry March. I do have to say that the forces were conspiring against me because I did encounter an error upon trying to load in the update. It wouldn't let me play. Well, that wasn't until I deleted my settings.json, then crisis was averted, but I was sweating there for a bit. But luckily, people found a workaround to get the game booted up. And so, as soon as the game booted on, I was absolutely showered in achievements, starting with 55 out of 69 of them. Before any exploring could be done, I did have to tend to my regular boring farm chores. I just had to, okay? I mean, what kind of farmer would I be if I didn't? But once those chores were taken care of, I was on the hunt for my man March. There was no mail in my mailbox when I passed by, but by now, I know the drill. I know not to panic. Usually with these updates, the new quests will come in the mail the second day of gameplay, so if I don't see anything tomorrow, that is when the panic can set in. I did check Baylor's cart and there was a new hat to buy. There was also a new recipe at the inn. Okay, it did not slip by my attention that there seems to be a new feature where I can just up and kiss March. So I had to test that out for experiment's sake. Of course, while I was with him, I did give him a gift so I can start on my progress to 10 hearts. I then paid the carpenter a visit because I wanted to see if there was any new upgrades there, and it looks like we can finally change the appearance of our house. So I did pick an option that I felt like matched my barns and coops quite well. And just to be safe, I did speak to Adeline, and she didn't have any new quests for me, so I did continue to look around, mainly at the museum. And it looks like there's 2 new sets, a honey set and a bait and pheromone set as well. I think I have most of everything of those baits and pheromones, and you know what, even the honeys, but I don't quite know what that circle object is in that honey set. I imagine it could be a honeycomb or something. I'm not quite sure because I've never encountered that before. I guess I'll just have to investigate. I was able to donate all of those honeys minus that new object, and while I was at it, I was able to finish off the terrarium treasures set. To celebrate, I did go on a gift-giving tour. But rookie mistake! I accidentally gave Calderis's gift to Nora, since I do think she yearns for the rice as well. And to make matters worse, when I finally trudged my way on up to the deep woods, Calderis was sleeping and he wouldn't take my gift. So rude. I think he knows I've decided to marry March and not him, so he's giving me the silent treatment. Stone cold, literally. I did see that there was an achievement for going to bed at 1:50 a.m., so I did wait to slumber until the clock hit 1:50. I didn't sell my hoard of crops today just to be safe, but I put some things in the shipping bin to test things out, and my town rank did go up, so I'll make sure to sell all my crops that I've been stockpiling for that town rank overload. I mean, just look at all these crops I'm selling. I might have gone a bit overboard. And yes, I do know I could have turned them into seeds for even more profit, but I had so many crops that I just decided to spare my finger from the pain of that decision. There was some new mail in my mailbox, so I checked on that and I got a message that I can customize my home. Already done that, get with the time. I then got some new recipes from Nora, and then to top it off, a new Saturday market quest from her as well. On the theme of new things, there was a new bulletin board request, but before I could do anything else, I did have to give March his daily gift. I then went on over to the manor to see what I need to do to get some new Saturday merchant. And you're saying I have to work with the blacksmiths? Well, say no more. I'm in. Might as well put a ring on it. I'm that in. The new merchants are Zorl, who is a musician, and someone named Stillwell. March doesn't seem to like him very well though. And don't worry guys, you can count on me to get all these materials, but wait, Landon is sticking up for me and my countless contributions. I do love to see that, but I guess regardless, I'll still have to gather some materials anyway. And I do want to mention that the game is being a bit stuttery at times, but I haven't encountered any game-breaking bugs since getting the game to actually start. So looking at the items that I will need for the market expansion, I'll need to start grinding for Voidite since I don't have 50 of those stored up. And grind I did. It was straight to the mines for me. I wasn't quite sure where this Voidite was because it's been a little while since I got some, so I did start in the lava levels and did manage to pick up the lava cat pet skin. But after a little bit, I felt like I was looking in the wrong place, so I did plunge on to go further into the mines, where I did get the void cat pet skin and kind of lost track of time in the process. And at the end of the day, I did manage to gather 9 more voidites. But that's not quite enough, so the grind will have to continue. And to be honest, I feel like I can't really appreciate this new house skin with all the snow. But now is the moment of truth. How much town rank will I bring in? Are you kidding me? I was so close to 100. That's crazy. But wait, my inventory does say I'm level 100 and rank Mistral. Something sus is going on here. I did make sure to tend to my apiaries and terrariums. No mysterious circle here though. I met up with Adeline and I guess I'm about to meet her parents, which does mean I'm about to meet Island's parents and I'm dating Island. We are gonna break up soon, but it's like, this is a wild way to meet your boyfriend's parents. I mean, if I had known they were coming, I might have dressed up a little fancier. I mean, just give a girl a heads up first. But no doubt, their dad is hot. I mean, maybe I should just go on and marry Island instead, since I know he'll age well. Just kidding. And you know, they are showing off my hard work, but oh wait, it looks like those museum wings are open. I don't know how I missed that when I was actually in the museum myself. And okay, this seems to be all related to my town rank, even if it didn't show me hitting level 100, but it's starting to all make sense. I didn't hit 100 because they created a new town rank just for me. You know what? I'm just that impressive. No time to bask in that accomplishment though. I took my new statue and then immediately partook in the animal festival. Since Liked and Love gifts were just right there to buy, I did go on to buy them and give everyone a gift before entering in the animal competition. Last time I did this festival, I did not win because most of my animals were in daycare and I was woefully unprepared. Today, I am having my redemption. And redeem myself I did because I won both in the coop and barn animal competition. March is proud of me. I mean, I should just marry him right on the spot right here. Right? Tell me I'm right. To follow that up, I did check the Caldera Shrine to see what perks I could unlock there. I got the Espresso perk, Animal Toy perk, Extra Eggs perk, Closer Bonds perk, and a perk that won't let 10 heart animals' hearts deteriorate. I also got a perk to reduce crafting time, and finally, there is a perk for no more farm debris. I am free. Wasting no time, I did go on to buy those 2 new pet furniture items. And might I say, I had prepped just enough essence for all these perks. Anyway, back to the pet. I kind of just placed the bath and gramophone wherever I could find some space. And that bath is so cute. I just hope all the animals know how to swim. Don't think too closely about that. Taking my eyes off these cute animals, I instead look towards the museum. And oh, look, you can walk through each wing and see all your donations and your progress. There is still that roped off section though, so maybe that's something you open up once the museum is finished. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Looks like there's no new Miss Mare perks, and there's no new perks from the mine statue either. With the time left on such an eventful day, I worked on gathering more Voidite and was able to collect enough to have the 50 I needed. I was happy to get this done before Saturday so I can meet the new vendors as soon as possible. I did finish off my third day by turning in the Saturday market supplies into Adeline and then got a Steam achievement for it, so it's kind of like a double win. The next day, there was not a new request on the bulletin board, so I did focus my efforts on giving March a gift and then fulfilling the requests that I had left due. Then I went on a gift-giving spree. I was clearly already in the giving spirit. Now that I think about it, I give so much to these people. There are still 2 locked buildings in the town, the building next to Valen's and the bell tower, and also now that I think about it, the lighthouse too. So I wonder if we'll be unlocking all of these in this 1.0 update. I experimented a little and turned my snow peas into seeds. I didn't realize that the seed making process was just so quick, so it's definitely an easy way to make more money instead of just selling the crops raw. But then I was right back to my gift-giving antics. Ceridia and Coldurus are partaking in Friday night at the inn for once. Usually they just kind of watch over us, so I am excited that they're not silently, or you know what, not so silently judging us anymore. I joined in on a new D&D campaign and also joined in on a crochet club. I have to admit it, Hayden is just so cute. He makes little clothes for his animals. I love that he does that, but honestly, none of that compares to my man March. This lopsided animal is so cute. To be fair, everything in this game is quite cute. I do think maybe I'll be able to do more quest-wise things once the Saturday market hits. Otherwise, if that's not the case, I might just try an achievement hunt. But obviously, I did not have to wait very long for the Saturday market to come into town. Before I could leave my farm, I tended to my terrariums and apiaries and was able to get a honeycomb, and woo! That's the last item I needed for the museum. Let's go! And you know what? Speaking of going, let's go right into town right this instant. I did pick up a request for Telifero. He does want some duck mayonnaise. So you know what? He will get some fresh duck mayonnaise. I think the only requests that I will be getting from this board are ones from the merchant. I then did go on to turn the duck mayonnaise into him, and there was nothing new at Telifero's or Weedle's. I did buy some new clothes at Louis. I got a new recipe from Mary. There was nothing new from Vera, but I did manage to snag 2 new recipes, including the espresso machine recipe from Darcy. Then it was time to say hello to those 2 new merchants. I picked up a slaying request, and for a moment, a mere moment, when time stopped, I thought I would have to fulfill this request today. I was thinking it was like the Mines quest at the Desert Festival in Stardew Valley, but Fields of Mistria never works like that. Things are never timed like that, so I don't know why I had that thought in my mind. I was starting to sweat it because I wanted to give everyone a gift, but I also love completing a quest. But I can do both of these things. Zorro sells some music crystals, and I did snatch up all the available theme music. She was selling a March one. I just feel like that is a sign he's destined for me and me only. If you're also marrying March, forget about it. He's mine. And I will not hear anything on the contrary. I then talked to Stillwell. He's the one who has the request board. Otherwise, he doesn't have anything else to sell or offer us. Well, I guess he does have his fortunes, but he does charge for those. But then it was time. It was time to finally complete the museum. I went on to finish the honey set, which did finish off the museum. Honestly, I would kind of be glad to never step foot in the museum again. A lot of pain and suffering went into gathering all of those items. Anyway, I did have to go back home to get some gifts for Zoril and Stillwell. I kind of wanted to suss out their vibes to see what I could give them for gifts. But in any case, I don't think it really mattered because I did check the wiki just to make sure I was giving them each a loved gift. I did place my crystal I got from Zoril down, and of course, I did turn on March music. Then it was time for a gift run. The next morning, I didn't get any mail for having completed the museum. I completed it, and all I got was a lousy Steam achievement. I did see there was an achievement for having a 5-tier animal. Hate to break it to you, I have tier 6 animals. I had to have gotten a tier 5 animal to get those tier 6 ones, but somehow the game just didn't know that. So I did go over to Hayden's and I did buy a tier 5 cow, and so that did instantly trigger the achievement for me. After giving March his daily gift, I did head on over to the mines. The Stillwell slaying quest is for slaying saplings. While I was down there, I did get the enchanter and pet skin, and oops, I realized that I never turned in the Saturday Market quest back into Nora, so I did hop out of the mines and turn that in before continuing my decimation of any and all saplings. At the end of the day, I had slayed 8 out of the 20 needed for them, and then I woke up to a new letter from Zoril. She wants to meet me at the Bell Tower. Of course, March was my priority first though, so I gave him his daily gift before heading on over to the Bell Tower. Landon, you seem to have broke the bell. But I guess he is helping to repair, so I guess it's alright. Kind of made matters even worse. Honestly, it kind of seems like a safety hazard that this building wasn't demolished in the first place. I do have the hardwood and refined stone, but unfortunately, I don't have the mine materials for the fang and core. So back to the mines I have to go. But at least I can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone there with the slaying request and hunting for these supplies. I did manage to get the rock stack pet skin and then the flying tome pet skin as well. Not to mention I did manage to catch the bug I needed for that core, but the written root was able to evade my clutches. After giving March another gift, I went ahead and crafted the core. I guess I'll be needing another one of those bugs since that espresso machine does require one of those cores as well. Time to get on mining. I was able to finish the request for Stillwell, but unfortunately I was not able to get either the bug or written root I was looking for. I did give March a gift as a token of my love, but my other love was in the room, so I did just have to go and kiss March and then immediately kiss Island as well. Hey, don't judge me. I am inching my way to 9 hearts with March, but then it was time to leave everyone behind and enter the world of monsters. I got the Flame Spirit pet skin and some new cosmetics for myself, but besides that, I left the mines empty-handed. The essence stones in my barns and coops have expired, but I don't think I'm gonna refill them. All my animals have 10 hearts, so they can't really decay with hearts with the perk I have. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I've ever really sold any of my animal products. I just hoard them for no particular reason. But on cue, today was another day without written root. I was actually able to get another ancient bug before I got my first written root. I mean, I guess that means I can craft the espresso machine now, but I really long for the written root. I left the mines early so I could give everyone a gift at the inn and then partake in those festivities there. After a short night's sleep, I was right back to the gift-giving grind. I did turn in the Stillwell request, and that sapling chair is so cute. I just want to warn you, I am probably going to say everything is cute in this game, so you know what, no complaining. Anyway, there was still no Stillwell request to pick up. I did continue to give out gifts, and guys, it's happening! I hit 9 hearts with March. Just 1 more heart holding us back from our destiny. I am excited though because this does mean I'll probably be having a spring wedding, and I do love that more than a winter one, so you know what? Worth the wait. But not even this excitement could keep me out of the mines. Honestly, I needed that excitement to propel me forward because it was another empty-handed mine day. Once again, I was back giving March his daily gift. I do see there's an achievement for giving someone all their liked and loved gifts, and you know what? I think March will be the perfect victim for that. Just as I was starting to get tired of this relentless mine grind, I did stumble across a written route. So let's go! The grind has stopped, but I did continue on to craft that fang and then another core, but then I wasted no time turning in those supplies to the box and then talking to Adeline. Look how beautiful the bell tower is, restored to its former glory. And that is all thanks to me. It's also so beautiful inside. I can choose the music and the bell sounds. If I'm being completely honest here, I don't really ever play with sound, like any game with sound, but I will choose the merch song and the meow regardless. Then it was time to go on yet another gift-giving tour. I am like the unofficial year-round Santa of this place. So, you might ask, who wants to be a millionaire? Well, me, of course. But that's not even a want anymore because look, I am a millionaire. Just don't take into consideration that yes, I am on year 6, so that's probably not as impressive as it seems. But yet again, I took up that Santa spirit and gifted everyone a gift. I then got my hands on another honeycomb. I'm thinking maybe it can come in handy for a request soon. I then spent some time clearing the rubble on my farm. I do have that no farm debris perk, but honestly, I don't think it's working too well. And then I did check the patch notes because I just didn't want to miss anything. And to my knowledge, I don't think I was missing anything. I think I've done most of what I can before marriage. So it's really time to get into that Santa spirit. And you know what? That's exactly what I did. I'm getting closer to 9 hearts with the rest of the villagers, besides the Saturday merchants, of course. But it's getting interesting that we do start at 0 hearts with Zoril and Stillwell. We didn't for some of the other villagers we met later in the game. Just something interesting to note. A few more days of gifting and I slowly started to reach 9 hearts with a few more of the villagers. I was able to get the Mimic pet skin, but then left the mines early for even more gift giving. Gotta stay on brand, what can I say? Maybe the 1.0 release should have been named the update where all you do is gift no matter what. Because of these efforts, I was reaching 9 hearts with even more people. Well, guys, March is extremely nice. He's crocheting for orphans. And just like that, it was another Saturday market. It really does feel like I live for these market days. But first, let's be real. It was time to give gifts. I mean, when March is crocheting for orphans, I do have to step up my game. But now that I think of it, this just proves even more that we're destined for each other. We're just natural givers. Even more of the villagers hit 9 hearts, and then I picked up another Stillwell request, bought some more songs, and then continued on to gift. Then it was time to go to the mines. I was in search of some perfect ore for my perfect future husband, so it was nice to slay some monsters while on that prowl. The next day, I wanted to focus more on mining, so I just gave a gift to my beloved March, and then went to work slaying some rock guys. I almost slayed enough, but better luck tomorrow, or next time I guess. Because tomorrow is actually the start of spring, so I will be doing some mandatory farm chores. I did miss these spring colors. I feel like the cold blue winter was just bringing me down. My house does look a lot nicer to look at in the spring, so that is an added bonus. But enough time admiring the beauty of Mistria, it's time to buy some seeds. Of course, I did not forget to give March a gift, but then it was time to plant, and plant, and plant again. Honestly, I just planted the whole day away. But then the next day, I was right back in the mines slaying some more rock guys. I was able to slay enough of them, but I don't know why it's calling them missing. I mean, clearly I found 20 of them and slayed them. They're not missing. Well, maybe they're missing now that I slayed them all. I unfortunately did have to craft some more essence stones for my sprinklers. Keeping all these sprinklers and auto petters stocked up with essence is just beginning to become a pain. Since I was done slaying in the mines, it was back to gift giving. Look at Calderus out and about. I love to see him outside. I did give March his gift, and we're getting closer and closer to 10 hearts. And I've been able to give him all his loved gifts so far. So once we reach that 10 heart mark, I can then work on his liked gifts, because I will not be giving him a liked gift until I've locked things down, okay? Just a day later, and I'm thinking I might be a day or so away from 10 hearts. I'm just getting so excited. Okay, so you know what? Maybe it will in fact take another day for March to realize how much he loves me. I mean, if it were up to me, we'd already have 10 hearts. Just saying. And oops, I did cause a traffic jam at the inn. I think the D&D campaign ended, and so did those other groups. I am a little sad to not have these anymore. but not too sad because then it was another market day. I started off my tradition of giving out gifts, taking a little break to turn in my rock guide quest, and I guess these quests are every other week, but I'll put that to the test once I'm done making everyone try to love me and actually attempt to do one of these quests the same day I pick it up. Louis had some new hats, so I did snatch those up, and then it was back to giving out gifts. I waited for March, giving his gift last, but still, no 10 hearts. But we are so close. And you know what? It's the thought that counts. I did fork over the money for a halo from Weedle because what else am I supposed to do with all this cash now that I've basically done everything storyline wise besides get married and have a kid, of course. I was able to finish all my open requests that I had, but then that was quickly not the case when I checked the board and picked up a new request. But I did go on to fulfill that quest right away, so I was once again able to say that I had no pending requests. And today is the day. I just feel it in the air. So I ran on over to March and gave him his gift, and finally, after 28 long, hard days, we have 10 hearts. Marry me, March, like right now. Marry me right this second. I did check the forge, since when I checked the patch notes, I saw that it did mention crafting at the forge for engagement, but I guess I'll have to sleep on it and wait another day. But guys, haven't I waited enough? Anyway, I did go on to gift everyone else so that they can be happy about the fact I'm at 10 hearts with my man. And Elsie greeted me at the door and gave me the engagement ring recipe. It is another item that requires a core, but luckily, with all my time in the mines, I actually had the supplies to craft one. And you know what? There's simply no time to wait. I went on to forge the core and then spotted my future husband at the forge waiting for me. I've trained him so well. And you know what? I did take that as a sign to forge our engagement ring and then wasted even less time giving it to him. Now, there is the option to give it to him, but then not get engaged, but you would never catch me dead making a decision like that. He's being so cute and sweet. He's really done a whole 180, but you know what? I guess that's what true love does to you. I do love that he gets so nervous. Come on, March, just ask me to marry you. And he finally did it. He asked me to marry him, and we're officially engaged. Just like that. Although it was not exactly just like that. You witnessed it. There was a lot of gifting involved. I got to pick the wedding date, which I do really like that they added that feature. I didn't pick the earliest date since I didn't want to miss the Saturday market. I am not so blinded by love that my priorities are all out of whack. But that does mean that our wedding is now 6 painstaking days away. And it says March is my fiance. Let's see if some of these other people around here have heard the good news. And they have. Word travels so fast around here. My old boyfriends now say they are my best friends. I guess they dropped me so quick. And drop me they did. The next morning, I did wake up to so many breakup mails. I feel like that's Mistria's version of the breakup text. I do feel like I at least deserve an in-person conversation. I just don't love the idea of these mass breakups, but I do think I saw something. There's some sort of setting you can potentially turn that off, so then maybe you won't be as unsettled as me. But anyway, who cares about those boys of the past when people are congratulating me about my engagement? I do kind of get whiplash when I get a congratulations and then I'm met with a breakup conversation. I guess I've told each of them I feel the same way. Not that I would really say otherwise because they've already broken up with me. I have now started on giving March all his liked gifts, and I get to pick our flower colors. I bet that's why the wedding is not the next day. We've got some planning to do. I picked blue flowers, and sounds like the reception will be held at the inn. And then I did continue my gift-giving efforts. I was able to pick the flavor of our cake, vanilla, of course. I then chose sushi platters for our wedding meal because I do know that is a loved gift of March's. But then there was no wedding option the next day, and I think it's confirmed. I've cycled through all the Friday night campaigns and groups. But on a serious note, why is Ceridia squishing doubt like that? Once again, it was the Saturday market, which does mean my wedding is tomorrow. But stop! I need to stay in the present. And present I did. Well, you know what? I gave presents to everyone. March is excited for a wedding. I do love all these little details that the game includes. I did go on to pick up another Stillwell request to slay some mushrooms, which I was only able to start after I finished my gift-giving endeavors. And guys, it's happening! I repeat, it's happening! Guys, I'm going to the chapel, and you know what? I'm gonna get married. Take me away. Okay, wait, no, that sounded wrong. Take me away to March, right this instant. This is just so cute. I love that I get my own little bridal suite, but I do have to say, I wonder where my family is, like canonically. Where are they? But oh well, who cares? I have March to be my family. And oh, you get to choose your own wedding dress? I mean, I must look the part, otherwise I would have dressed heinously. Guys, look at us. March is walking me down the aisle. What a true gentleman. His hair does look so good. He must be so nervous. I mean, he said I do before the I do's. And I guess you're not going to believe this, but this ceremony really is sweet. But guys, it's official. We're now married. March is off the market and he's all mine. Look at the reception. All these details I did pick myself. And look at Ulrich. He's giving the best man speech. You know what, Ulrich? Same. I'm honored to be your brother as well. And I mean, is March going to carry me over the threshold? I woke up to March in my bed, and of course, I did waste no time giving him a liked gift. The grind doesn't stop, not even for a wedding. For once, I was the one receiving gifts. Wedding gifts, that is. They are all March coded, so I'll figure out a place to put them in a little while, just in case maybe he feels more inclined to use these items than the ones I have placed. But I mean, come on, I needed to get to the mines to work on that Stillwell request. Again, priority. I did notice that level 5 always has 2 monsters, so I just kept on resetting it to get the mushroom monsters and was able to finish off that request pretty quickly. Then I was back home to place the March furniture, and look at him, he's already sitting in his blue chair. Like a good husband, he does come to bed with me when I get into bed for the night, but that does also mean I have to wait for him to walk over. Walk faster, March! After an event-filled couple days, it was another momentous occasion. It was March's birthday. I made sure to give him a liked gift. It did feel a little wrong to not give him a loved one, but I'm sure he won't mind. Then it was time to give everyone else gifts for his birthday, and I reached 10 hearts with Adeline, so I think that's the start of 10 hearts with the rest of the villagers. And oh, hi March! He's out and about, and I just love a competent man. No one seems to be mentioning my wedding day out here. I do have to say, that is a little bit of a bummer. After a full day of gifting, looks like I'll be 10 hearts with a lot of these fools soon enough. Apparently, it's the spring festival, but I never had Celine come to my house and talk about the flowers. I mean, I've been in the mines countless times, and I never came across one flower. So Celine, you're here to pick up nothing, and this is rigged. And you know what? No, it's actually double rigged because March should have won if I didn't. I thought I would be able to buy some loved gifts at the festival, but I guess I can only buy one of them, so I did have to backtrack and go home to gather up my gifts. I mean, honestly, it was just an unfortunate day all around. But I guess on the bright side, I am starting to hit 10 hearts with more people. And okay, it does seem like if March is in the room, he will go to bed with me. And when he's not in the room, I don't have to wait up for him to go to bed. I continued on the gift-giving grind until the next Saturday market. Well, I mean, I was still on the grind, but I was able to turn in that mushroom monster quest to Stillwell. And I love that mushroom couch. But I guess I'll have to wait to pick the next one up because there's nothing on the board today. And at the end of the day, even more people hit 10 hearts. I'm nearly done with all my gift-giving shenanigans. I mean, the very next day, I was able to hit 10 hearts with all the normal villagers, so gift giving will be something I only do on Saturdays from here on out. So I guess I really do live for the Saturday market. And to be fair, I am still giving March his liked gifts, so I guess there is still that. It took almost an entire week before I filled out all of March's loved and liked gifts, which did earn me an achievement, but then it was time to do another Saturday market. So I was once again gifting all the merchants there before picking up an enchanter request. After finishing up my gift giving, I did go to the mines to see what happens if I finish one of these quests on the same day I pick it up. So I once again went to floor 5 and reset so that I was able to slay 20 enchanterns in a single day. I then turned that quest in for the corresponding recipe, and the real test here will see if I'm able to pick up a quest next week. I guess only time will tell. A couple days later, I was greeted with a cutscene. Guys, I think it's baby time. And look, it's a cute little stork. He gave me a mystical feather, which I can give to March to talk about family planning. So you know what? I did just that. Waiting is for the weak. I gave the feather to March, and you know what? Hey March, I think we need to talk. We're going to have a family whether you like it or not, okay? I want the achievement. He didn't see himself having kids before we met, and I'm not quite sure how to feel about that. And anyway, there's definitely farm debris around here. I had to clear some of my farm, which was just plain annoying. At the end of the day, the stork just couldn't get enough of me and was back to visit. He's going to find a soul to join our family, and it looks like the search will take about 2 weeks. I am really curious to see how this plays out if you started from the beginning, because I feel like right now it's just a waiting game, wait for the baby, and wait for more Stillwell quests. And wait I did until the next Saturday market, where you already know I was giving people gifts. But I was able to pick up a new request for some stalagmites to slay. I only need to slay 10 of them though. So it does seem like if you pick up the quest the day of, you'll have another one waiting for you the next week. But if you don't complete it the same day, you will have to wait a whole nother week to pick up one for some reason. I did go on to buy some more music from Zorl, and then I was back in the mines. I reset floor 25 over and over again and was able to slay 10 stalagmites and turn that in. Like I said, there is some new debris, but I don't know if maybe the season shifts are excluded from the no farm debris perk, or if this is just a bug, or I'm just reading that farm debris perk wrong. Anyway, I waited once again until the next Saturday market, which is the day before I get my child. And March is truly so sweet. I know I've said it so many times, but it's so true. And I do want to say, I do wish he was just a little bit meaner for old time's sake. Like, he's just so sweet. I would love for him to have a little edge to him, you know, just be a little bit mean here or there. I don't know. I would love some like edgier banter. You know, we can be in a bully relationship. That's the sign of true love. But in any case, I did start giving gifts out to the merchants, picking up a Stillwell quest in the process. This one is for Essence Bat. I'm not quite sure how many of these quests are left, but I guess we'll have to see week after week after week after week. I went on to floors 25, 30, and 35 to reset and was able to slay enough bats to turn in that quest the same day. Since there is an achievement for finishing all of his quests, I do know that there are still some more waiting for me, but I feel like I have done a decent amount of them. But guys, it's baby time. Baby girl time to be precise. Everyone meet Spatula, our daughter. You can hold the baby in a carrier, otherwise your spouse will hold them, and then you can put them in a bassinet at the end of the night. It's kind of like a Sims baby, but without all the work. Like, you don't have to feed it or change its diaper. Landon sent over her baby cradle. Again, I don't really have space for all this new furniture. I would like to put it near our bed since, you know, that's the safest option, but I guess I'll put it upstairs in Spatula's future room. And you know what? Let's just see what happens to Spatula when we go on a date. March did say Ulrich is going to babysit, but March, Spatula is in the room with us still. Who is Ulrich babysitting? I don't see Spatula on my friends list, and you know what? It didn't even give me the have a child achievement, which, just plain rude. I put in the time, give me my reward. And okay, simmer down, crisis averted. I just went in and reloaded my save from the main menu and did get the achievement. And I also got the achievement for giving everyone a loved gift or liked gift on their birthday. So for some reason, these achievements have been lagging behind a little bit. So now the only Steve achievements I don't have are to finish all of Stillwell's quests and to reach my child's first birthday. So after playing over 60 days, this might be where I call it quits. I have done most of everything like I mentioned at the start of this video. Right now, it's basically still a waiting game. Of course, I could still do more Stillwell requests, and really that's the only thing I can see worth continuing on for. But if it's anything like Talifero's cooking requests, once those are over, nothing really happens. Like in this case, yes, you'll get an achievement, but okay, don't quote me on this because I might be wrong, but I don't envision like cutscenes happening because of this. So I think this is a good place to conclude the 1.0 update. But this has just made me more curious to see how marriage and kids scale with the storyline when you're starting out, because I do imagine the intention is not to just wait around like this, but I just view this as like a kink of doing early access. So with that, I really have enjoyed the 1.0 release. I counted the hours of how much footage I have, and yes, I did play 15 hours within 2 days. Don't judge me. Or you know what, don't judge me too harshly. I love being able to finish off the storylines and of course Merry March, but I did notice there's still some things left unfinished, like that roped off museum room, the locked building by Valens, and the locked lighthouse. In the roadmap for this 1.0 update, the devs did say this is just the beginning, so I think it's guaranteed we'll have some more exciting update that will bring in some gameplay elements. Otherwise, you can't just leave it with these locked buildings, okay? That will not cut it. It feels wrong if that would be the case. But in the meantime, I am excited to start a new save to experience everything from the beginning. It's been so long since I started over. I mean, it's been so long, I probably won't even know what to do with myself having all these new features at the beginning. I mean, uncharted territory for me. But hey, I think that's just part of the fun. So comment down below, what's your favorite part of the update so far? Did you end up picking up a new save or did you pick back up where you started? And I'm curious, if you did pick up a new save, have you even touched the new 1.0 content? I feel like that would take so long to get to just because when this game entered early access, they were promising 40 to 50 hours of gameplay, and we've had like 4 major updates since then, plus this update. I mean, I would have to imagine it would have to take you 60, 70 hours to even get to this content really. But as I've said, I haven't restarted, so you know what? Don't quote me on that. Maybe my gut is steering me in the wrong direction. But I am just curious to know how it went for all of you. I probably will pick up this save again just to finish those Stillwell requests, and maybe I want to see Spatula turn 1. I do think it would be a full circle moment to get all the Steam achievements with my first ever save that I started 2 years ago. But once I'm done with all of that, I'm just going to start over all over again and again and again. And I already have the wheels churning of what kind of challenges I want to do. It seems like the future of Fields of Mistria is so bright, and I'm so excited to see where Fields of Mistria goes after this 1.0 update.